So it's session scroll along 64 Zoo Lane. And we've left off. You guys are outside the Pegasus and Cypress Tavern. You've just destroyed one man's career, he'll never write again. But what's something that you guys remember from last session? You guys do the recap now. So who wants to go first? Who wants to roll?
Rollies.
D12.
One day someone's going to roll 11 or 12, and then what are we going to do?
Have to be like, it's gonna have
We've
to
only
be
got
like,
so many hands.
like that.
I'll find a D12. Oh, there it is.
Okay, Steph. Oh, you're on mute, mate.
On mute, Steph.
I was eating sweets and didn't want to make chewy noises.
Thank you.
Last session, we escaped the chamber of the dead sun god, and we found ourselves in a room with a big underground lake where copper pipes were bursting, and it was starting to sink. We had a skills challenge to get across with varying success, and we did manage to exit eventually. Unfortunately, we're like, where's Frida? And we're like, don't worry about Frida. We left. We're like, where's Frida? And it's worry about Frida.
Well, Frida was last seen doing this in slow motion across a flooding room.
So yes, we've lost Frida.
Like a grin on his face, like not worried at all.
Okay, so Frida says they're fine.
The police are definitely going to believe us.
Yeah, we went back to town, made our way down, tried out our new little carriage, thanks to Toki, with our spectral ponies, Jade and Emerald. And then we had a little rest back in town, and Alanis was up early and was interviewed by an inspector, which was a welfare check that turned into a missing persons case that turned into a suspect of missing person case. Then we went to town. We were like, we need to figure out this town meeting. We heard from I forget their name, someone about the town meeting, and we need to go to the bank. And we were looking for Frida, and on the way to look for Frida, Ray's like, this will be funny. Let out Professor Toki once again to the start. This is going to be great. And then, lo and behold, corrupt journalists. And Ray's like, oh no, shit, fuck, balls. Wrath saved her bacon, ruined his career, changed the fate of the star across Caldetta. And Wraith is still trying to make it up for Toki by making food that is both coals and burnt, and we'll continue to do so until told otherwise.
Stunning stuff, amazing, incredible. So the remaining roll a D4, you guys. Can't decide if I'm hot or cold. It's very distressing. April.
Following on from what Steph said, I think the pivotal thing for Raph was that he summoned, was it Eagle?
Vulture in the end.
Vulture Fenrir, and they plotted a devious damage control scheme to save Raph's sister's relationship with Toki, I guess.
I love you so much.
In which
perfect.
Raph basically told Fenrir to be the bad bitch that he always was across the realms, and he single-handedly took down this shitty reporter. And then, yes, has single-handedly improved the reporting of the Star. So big win for Fenrir.
No,
it's mostly a Fenrir win than a Raph win.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, hounded this guy just stalked by a giant black vulture with red eyes for like about a week, I think we said.
Mhm.
And yeah, like launched an inquiry into the reporting in the Star, and I don't know, the sort of non-biased, reliable, truth-seeking thing it should be, and it's sort of on its way to becoming that. Right, the remaining two of you roll a percentile d10.
Where are my percentile d10s?
Well, it's what, 4. Eleanor.
Not much to add on top of Steph and April. Made our way down the mountain. We all went to bed because we all need 8 hours. Alana's got up early and argued with the cops when they came to do a welfare check, and she has instead successfully made us all suspect number 1 in the disappearance of Frida. We went around town asking if anyone had seen him. Arrived at this sinkhole, discovered absolutely not. No one knows where he is. Destroyed a man's career. Well, nearly destroyed Toki's career, and then in saving it, destroyed a separate man's career. But improved journalism across Caldetta, so it's a win.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And then Toki, what was the pivotal thing for Toki last session?
Toki, oh, sorry, my earrings coming. I was like, why am I being stabbed?
No, no.
My earrings coming then. Toki, yeah, Toki didn't do great in escaping the tunnels. Toki was having a very bad time. Did the like classic obnoxious younger sibling thing of Wraith told him to not to do something and he did it anyway and ended up in the water. But he got to use thaumaturgy for the first time this entire campaign, a cantrip that I've had since level 1, to scare off a octopus. And yeah, we got to see the Phantom Carriage, which is a little bit like a no, she did. A little bit like a handsome cab, because that's what he's used to, which I did realise today. He spent the first 6 years of his life in a caravan, and that was not on his mind when he was making that carriage.
That's so funny.
But yeah, like sort of leather seats or phantom leather seats, lots of blankets and pillows, very cozy. We spoke to Ismeen in the morning. Is that her name?
Yeah,
Ismeen?
It's me. That's
About the town hall meeting that we missed,
Yeah.
which they did like a mass detect thoughts on everyone, which we were all quite glad to have got out of. Didn't really give many answers. And yeah, but just said they were gonna be dealing with it, and yeah, wrote down everyone's dreams and have gone off. And now we are at the Cypress and Pegasus Tavern.
Stunning.
We gotta go shopping, and we gotta go to the bank.
Yeah, hell yeah. And Toki's also
too.
got a
Good
bunch of
bank.
letters in his bag that he picked up on his
It is
surprise
on my
trips in
to do list that I am gonna I was gonna try and get to them today.
Toki, go to the post office. Unheard of.
He
Today's
doesn't need to
gonna
go
be
to the
our
post
admin day.
office. He went to Kanto and got them himself.
his post that was left on his doorstep.
He just open them.
Yeah, amazing, good stuff. Cool. So we pick off then in kind of the middle of Alanil. You're standing on kind of a busy street, though it's closed off in the middle, but with journalists and gossips, people who work nearby. Everyone's looking at this massive sinkhole in the middle of the street. You've come here looking for Frida, and you aren't able to get into the Pegasus and Cypress Tavern. because there's a sinkhole in the front of it, and most of it's fallen in. I think you may have heard, and if not, I'll tell you for free, that no one else was hurt in this. No one else got sucked into the sinkhole. No one died or anything like that. And with you guys re-emerging, the only person left missing is Frida Pegasus himself. Yeah, this is where we left off. What are you guys doing?
I pull my brother aside. You're gonna have to help me out. What does Toki like to eat? I mean, you were together for 3 whole weeks. I swear, you spent every waking minute together. You know what Toki likes.
I mean, I think I spent more time eating Toki than eating things with Toki.
Oh.
Yeah.
Food, brother, food.
What does Wrath recall when they weren't fucking, but Toki liked to eat?
Roll a history check. And then Chloe could decide how well you remember.
I was going to say something even dirty. I'm not going to.
Wait, please do.
Say it.
Say it. I want to know.
I'll say in a minute.
I was going to say Toki likes eating Wrath's dick.
It was going to be eating foods off his dick. Can't imagine.
Might get demonetized.
History. 18.
I'm reacting as Wraith. Steph eats it up. Wraith. Yeah.
18.
Sorry. Mm-hmm.
Pretty good. I just have to double check the name of something, which I should have been doing while you do that. I think Toki probably told you about his family's restaurant. He's vegetarian. I think he was probably like, his dad makes this great ravioli that he likes. But there is a thing in the Feywild that is going to take a hot minute. What are they called, Laura? Maybe I'll just call on you. Is it called Fartham beans?
Yes, father. Hold on, yeah. I'll help.
I was trying to look it up and then I could not remember where it was saved.
Is it Falva?
Falva.
Let's look it up.
Hold on.
Let me
have a look. Let me have a look. Fartham beans. Which are they're like prolific in the Feywild. They grow everywhere. Do they move around? This is why we should.
No, I think they do. I think they're kind of like magic-y beans, they're
like magic beans that
they grow anywhere.
They grow anywhere, and they're called like wandering beans sometimes. And you can make a lot of things out of them. Like, you can grind them into flour and make flatbreads, or you can serve them as they are. And yeah, I think Toki probably spoke to you a long time about food in the Feywild that his family cooks and that he misses, and so he likes that. I don't know where you're going to get Feywild food in Ilana, but there's probably a shop.
Yeah. Right. So, sister, how much detail do you want?
All of it. I have a lot of making up to do. I've wrecked Toki's career, and that's not what friends do.
Yeah, that was a quick shave, but we limited the damage. It's fine.
Different in hell. Would be a funny joke in hell.
Indeed. You should have seen the things I've written about this. Oh, well, I didn't say that. So, Toki preferences. Well, the only meat he eats is mine. He seems to favour this Feywild bean delicacy. Never heard of it before. Sounds delightful. It's like flatbread.
Somebody else.
No, this is genuine Feywild beans.
Okay.
I don't know how he sourced them. I can turn Fenrir into a bird, and he can fly around and try and steal some from a Feywild delicacy.
It's all right.
Maybe
We're
cafe.
going shopping. I might find a botanist or a exotic food shop.
No, I will say things like the extra plainer version of an Asian supermarket exists.
I'll go to that. We know the city by now. We've been walking around it for weeks.
Damn right we have. He relays the rest of Toki's non-Feywild specific preferences.
Elderflower.
Yeah, he
April's
loves
blank.
another
I
flower.
remember the big one.
He doesn't like
Ravioli that
coffee.
his
Add ravioli. He's a big pasta fiend, you know. I fucking love ravioli.
yeah, he doesn't
like
like
anything
coffee, he doesn't
stuffed.
like
I have another dirty joke, but I'm not going to make it.
he doesn't like bitter things. He's got a real sweet tooth.
I'm going to restrain myself. I need to stop talking.
No, say it.
Never.
I was going to say I stuffed his ravioli all night long, but that's just that's just shit.
That's the funniest thing I've
I
heard.
think that might be the
We're done.
title, guys.
You get too much of
I've
an
got more,
insight
but I'm
into
gonna
that
stop.
relationship.
Brother, please. I don't share the dis and I situation. Can we?
This is April. Raph didn't say that. That's April saying it.
I think Raph would have said it.
Oh, bloody hell. Come on then.
Oh, the 20.
Cat.
Was it the cat?
Yeah, he said it.
It's the cat.
Oh, I just wanted
Yay.
it.
Come on then.
Yes.
Let go with your
I'm
last
sure
foot.
of the
There we
little
go.
hood. I'm
Shh.
sure of the hood. Yay.
No, I'm so sorry.
Yay. Is it a boy or a girl? What's their name?
It's a girl. Her name is Misty,
Misty.
and
She's cute as
she
well.
cannot be kept out of our house.
Misty's like, I live here now.
She does.
It's so funny.
Just ignore me. Just get
That's
rid
the
of me.
funniest thing.
Come on, man.
I don't think I can ignore you.
No, I don't think I can either.
I need to throw her
No,
off.
Misty.
Why is she on my whole spine?
Oh, brilliant. I love it. But yes, I'll say you Wraith, if you want to go like it doesn't have to be like now in terms of like chronological order, but if you want to roll me an investigation check to see if you can find a Feywild supermarket.
Yeah, it'll be whenever we sort of do the shopping minute, Wraith will go off. What am I rolling?
Investigation or survival.
Oh, fun. I think it's probably going to be investigation.
Yes. Oh, you've already rolled. That's too late to say.
I have. It's all right. I've got a 23.
Nice.
Oh,
yeah.
jeez.
You find I'm gonna say I haven't got the districts of Alano up, but there's Little Rollcore. And I think in Little Rollcore there's a sort of heavy like Feywild presence there. And yeah, you find two. I think you find a sort of like Feywild supermarket that is like, I don't know, Tesco, Lidl, but like a little bit smaller. But then I think you do also find a sort of like Whole Foods store, like one of those shops that's nice to just go in and like treat like a museum, and it's beautiful. Like I think you find both. And so like I've looked up some Feywild terms that me and Chloe have come up with. I don't know if Chloe has any more. But there's spike berries. What's a spike berry, Chloe?
Gosh, is that here?
Yeah,
A
that'll be there.
spike berry is. Did I say what it was, or am I making it up?
It just says spike berries.
Spike berries. I think it's like a cherry. I think it's like sort of cherry flavored, but it's spiky. It's a it's a spiky berry that you have to like peel open, I think, to get to the fruit inside.
And then there's Kalishi.
Kalishi is a sort of tree bark. It's kind of like jerky, but it's made from the barks of trees. That's like seasoned and it's very chewy.
Yeah, and then my favorite is melder grass.
Yes, which is I actually got it wrong. Melder grass is the smallest grain, and you can make flatbread out of it. Although you could probably make flatbread out of the beans as well.
Yeah, I think you can do all sort with the beans, like make them into like a butter or a paste or something.
Melder grass?
Melder grass.
Yeah.
Grass or graft?
Grass.
Hold on, I'll put it in here for you.
Are these like common all across the Feywild or just the specific areas?
Yeah, I think they are. I think the beans are everywhere. I think the meldergrass is probably more in like summer, I'd say, like a sort of summer into autumn, or well, like Estiva into Yule. Spikeberry, I see spikeberries as kind of being in like Glycin a little bit in the winter.
That's what I was thinking.
And then Kalishi was the bark. I think the Kalishi probably is sort of also everywhere, probably not in like I don't know, maybe it's more prominent in like spring. I'm imagining when things are like very, I don't know, like dewy.
Verdant. Yeah.
Yeah. I love it.
In the
No,
Feywild, it's like there are certain areas which are always the same. No, it's the time of day, not the time of year.
no, it's both. It's both. Yeah,
It's
it's like that. Their
Oh, it
longitude
is
and
both.
latitude is time and seasons. Yeah. It's like the 24 hours of clock
Sorry,
versus
then,
the 4
Josh.
seasons. Yeah, so you can have, you know, like someone could stay their whole life in like 11:34 p.m. in winter, but like a
God, I'd
specific
fuck with
part
that.
of winter, right? Like the winter that's just about to go into spring, and you get a warm day every now and then. Like that's yeah. And so because of that, the Feywild, a lot of people are nomadic because like a common thing when me and Chloe talked about the Feywild is that the people change because the world doesn't, and so everything is like very changeable and flexible, and just like I don't know, like fashion and hairstyles and everything's very communal. There's not a real sense of like you own this because that doesn't really exist when you're on the move. The sort of thing where it's like, well, no one has property because like you have your caravan, but you're not building a house. But then there are a few spots in the Feywild. Like there's a big summer city. Actually, is there a big summer city? I know there's a big winter city, and I think I don't know if one of those
There's a big lake in summer
there's a
that
really there's a really big lake in summer, and that's the closest thing the Feywild has to like a beach. Like it's all landlocked, but it has this massive lake that is like has beaches on it. And then there's there's like a big sort of not barren but like sacred holy place in Yale in autumn. There's like a lot of death rituals around that, which I think Wrath you probably would know about. But you would, like, I'm not saying that like April knows, but yeah, you know for sure about the what do we call it, the necropolis in the Feywild. Yeah,
I want to
it's
visit.
like if you die in the Feywild, you're like taken to the necropolis.
Has Raph been there?
You tell me.
I feel like he would have been. It makes sense, and like,
Yeah.
and my kind of the story is that his dad took him across the realms when he was younger to try and teach him the ways of life and death. So it makes sense, especially with Feywild, if you get my drift. But yes,
I love these beans, man. I'm so
yeah,
attached
I'm
to
so
them.
excited that they've come up. It's such a random thing that we came up with, just like the two of us, and I'm like, we get to share them.
The beans. Yeah, and there's loads of little. I think people probably like dry the beans and hand them out as like good luck tokens, sort of thing. Like if someone's like starting the
like
first day of a job,
wedding.
like instead of like confetti, they throw beans. I feel like we've had this exact conversation actually. But yes, the Feywild's a lovely magical place, and you find a lovely Whole Foods store and a Lidl for you to go to. And you can get whatever you want from there.
I feel like Wraith from I don't know which one actually would probably find a cookbook on Feywild dishes.
Oh, I love it. Yes.
And be like, I can do this, and simply cannot.
I think you could. I think there's a lot of salads and stuff. Like
Maybe.
I'm looking at a passage Chloe wrote in a story that's like so lovely about like Toki browsing the aisles of a Feywild food store, and there's like your dandelion leaves and colourful fruit and veg and stuff.
She'll flip to like the glossary, where it's like this ingredient mentioned on this page, and find the ones that are like the most listed.
Oh, good shout.
And she'll get all of them. She'll fill a backpack.
I love it. Yeah. I love it. I love that. If you want to buy the book, I'll say the book can be with your really good investigation check. I'm going to kind of treat it like luck, and I'm going to say that on the way there you just happened to walk past like a secondhand bookshop, and then you saw this in the window and you were like, insane. And I'd say it was 11 silver. Is that what I mean? 1 silver. I mean 1 silver and 1 copper.
Yeah.
And you open it up, and because it's secondhand and it's used, someone's annotated it and they've like written in their like grandma's recipe for like a certain kind of like meldergrass cake or whatever, like a kind of savory sort of pastry situation. And they've written that in like the back, and people have like you know, highlighted things. They've been like, oh, this recipe is my favorite. You can tell like a recipe is like someone's favorite by like honestly like the flour that's still ingrained in the pages, or someone's like crossed out a time and been like, oh, actually do it for like 2 minutes longer. Like that makes all the difference. And so yeah, you get a really lovely and really cute Feywild cookbook for you to peruse.
Nice. Does it have a? I know I'm putting you on the spot, but does it have a
Mm.
name?
I will make one up for you and I will let you know.
Cool. Thank you.
But yeah,
I'll
just
put
call it
Feywild
Feywild
Cookbook for now.
Cookbook. Yeah, but I will make one.
And Wraith will legitimately drop like a gold, 2 golds.
That's £200.
Yep.
Nice.
She's got.
I'll say
She's-
then you get some like really nice like I don't know, bottled oils and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like you've
And
got the
maybe a couple
fancy
of
olive oil.
spices.
Yes.
She's like no idea what she's
saffron.
doing. She's
You've got a
picking up
kilo
like
of
the
saffron.
cheapest of one thing and then the most expensive of another thing.
Yeah.
And she's
And I
like, well, it
think, yeah.
references it 4 times.
So I need it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think you as well, like you know what good stuff looks like. And I'll say you get like bottles of really nice like summer or like Estiva ripened something wine, right?
Oh,
Like a Feywild version of like a pear. And you get like that like a really nice bottle of that like someone's like distilled in the Feywild and has been shipped over here. And like I think as you're buying, the owner probably comes over, and like their accent is like you recognize it because of the time you spent with Dava, and I always want to say Baron and Luthien when I talk about these two, and that is not who they are at all. What are your cousins?
Yellen.
Yellen.
Dava and Yellen.
Dava and Yellen. You recognize their accent. It's like it's Cornish basically.
Yeah.
And yeah, the person's like Ditha, and is like, how can I help you? And like helps you pick out some nice stuff. And sees that like no one tries to rip you off here, but then when they see that money is no object, they're like, I'll help you pick the nicest stuff for sure. And yeah, you have enough for like a Feywild feast. And
Yeah.
they help you. I think a lot of Feywild stuff is like preservatives. Like nothing's gonna go off that quick.
She's got like
because
dried
people
goods
travel.
and flour
Yeah.
and grains.
Exactly. Like some of the like fruit and stuff, like yeah, you should be eating sooner and stuff. But even then, there's probably like a magical way it's packaged so that it like stays ripe and perfect.
Yeah. Wraith fills a backpack.
I love it.
Legitimately. She's like my first confirmed friend. She knows the party we're all friends, but like we've made the we're friends moment. And then she's like, funny joke, not funny, extreme guilt. I've never had a friend, I've now let the friend down badly. And she's like, great, cool. I don't know how to say sorry / make it up to people other than to say sorry, and that's not the right thing to do in this moment. So spend all the money.
Yeah, I love it.
She's very much sort of that when you're a teenager and you fuck up moment. She's a little bit younger in this sort of learning cycle.
Gotcha. Yeah. Roll me a D100.
Excellent. $93.
You spend
yeah.
you spend 1 gold and 93 silver in here.
Cool.
Or if you want, it could just be 93 silver. But you said 100 to 200. But
Nope.
it's up to
She
you.
does. She does.
An expensive apology.
Yep.
It's like a Christmas food shop at M&S.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ,
That is exactly what you have done. Yeah. You've got like you've got picky bits for Lance's birthday, and then you've done the Christmas shop at M&S.
Yep. Yeah. That's what I've done.
Did I get, what did you say was the delicacy that was like prominent in like the summer region?
I think that was the mulder grass, which I think is like a grain.
I thought it was the grass one. Yeah. Is it made into something particularly, or is it just the grain itself?
It's made to like flour.
You can make it into flatbreads, or they probably make it into like dough for pastas, or like I'm imagining like it's some sort of quinoa couscous thing as well.
Yeah, you can probably get like a mulder grass salad sort of thing, right? With like cucumber and shit. and feta, but Feywild.
Run Levereth
Yes.
is
Yes.
better.
Yes. Yes, Levereth, yes.
In that case, I might. What I was going for. I might get some like a couple gift boxes of Feywild sweets.
Cute. Oh, I love it. I love it. Yes. Oh, now we need to come up with like what Feywild sweets are like. I love it. Yeah.
So I was trying to hope for like an eldergrass cake, and I was like, this isn't the type of thing to use for a cake. I've realised.
You could make cake. I reckon it's probably like a flour. You can probably make a cake out of it.
Yeah.
Like a sort of plenary type cake. I mean, it would have other flavors in it, but I think you can make a cake out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right with polenta.
Or you could
yeah.
get a pre-made cake.
Is the cake preserved? Or would it not last a long time?
I'd say it probably would be preserved to last like 2 weeks. But like, I feel like someone might be able to cast a little spell on it or something. Like the person might be able to sell you a little special cake box.
Don't worry. There is an agenda here, but I am not yet ready to expose the agenda.
No, I love it.
I'll get like some grain
Yeah,
to make a cake at a later point, and then I'll get the sweets and like
Nice.
sweet treats.
Nice, amazing. I'll say I mean, how much does flour cost? I don't actually know how much a bag of flour costs in real life.
About £1.
A pound.
Couple of quid, yeah.
So you got a copper's worth of, well, I'll say it's two coppers worth of flour, Meldergrass flour, and then the sweets. I don't know. I'd say how much is like a selection box? Like nine copper. Yeah.
Wonderful.
And one of these are Feywild sweets.
What? Sorry.
One of these are Feywild.
Yes. I thought you were saying Haribo from the Feywild, and I was like, they can be. Yes. No, you're absolutely right. Yeah. I feel like it's a lot of like fruit, very like fruit flavors, right? Like when you eat sometimes a sweet and you're like, oh, that's just an apple, like in a really good way, like. And then maybe a lot of, I don't know, funny flavors as well, like not funny, but like, I don't know, cardamom and vanilla, or like pepper and something, or like basil. Like,
Yeah.
Exciting.
Stunning. I love it. Cute. What else are we doing? I suppose we are still in some ways outside Frida's tavern, but in other ways we are shopping, and it's all just sort of happening. But yeah, what's going on?
I think if we're outside Frida's tavern, he pointed his brother out to us. Did he?
Yes.
Yeah, in the thing. So can I have a little scan, see if I can see his brother anywhere?
Yeah, go for
Like
it.
a sailor.
Yes.
And I'm probably not. Oh, what did you say?
He's like he's a sailor.
Yes, he is a sailor, and like I know we can't get in, and I'm probably not gonna make the effort of like, I don't know, trying to break in. But if I could have a little wander around, or just like say to people like what happened to the people who were living there or whatever, try and figure out if he might be about.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. Roll me then. Roll me a investigation check.
Oh, nat 20.
Ooh, amazing. I'll say you spot Frida's brother. I have no idea what Frida's brother is called. But you spot Frida's brother, and I think that I don't think anyone's allowed inside the tavern, so he's not in the tavern, but he's probably around. I think he's talking to like guards or like someone from the insurance company, like it's something like that. Like someone trying to figure out what happened, like maybe someone from like the council. Frida's brother is talking to someone from the council. And yeah, you see him there just talking to this like short halfling in a nice suit, with a clipboard.
Does it look like it's going to be a while, or could I sort of hover and
I
wait
think
it
you can
out?
hover. Yeah, I think because as well, this happened a little while ago now, like sort of 24-ish hours ago. So you're like, this isn't probably an urgent conversation. I think you're probably able to put together. And over here with your nat 20 investigation.
Yeah, I'll just sort of hover off to the side until they're done, and then I'll approach.
Nice. I think you get the trail end of the conversation, which is kind of the council saying that the whole street's gonna have to be closed for like X amount of weeks to get this fixed. They say something about like druids in the area aren't able to like get, you know, to like mold earth to like fix it, so it's gonna have to be by hand. The druids aren't available, and that you know, in the absence of the owner of the tavern, the next of kin will be expected to like fill in all the paperwork and stuff. You can see that Frida's brother wants nothing to do with this. And yeah, the sort of upshot of this conversation is sounding like the Pegasus in Cyprus is gonna have to be, is under suspicion of like what caused this sinkhole, and then also probably not going to be able to reopen anytime soon, if ever. But yeah,
Okay.
the halfling kind of walks off and dons like a hard hat and a high-vis jacket and like ducks under some of the like rope and is looking into the sinkhole now. And the brother is just sort of like flicking something in his hand, like fidgeting sort of thing.
Excuse me, were you related to the owner of the tavern, Frida?
Yes, I'm Frida's brother. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, he pointed you out to us before the whole sinkhole thing. I'm one of the people that fell in the hole.
So funny. Yeah, I remember you. Yes. Can
I just
are you all right?
yeah,
I'm
no,
sorry this happened.
no, we're fine, we're fine. I just wanted to say, I mean, I'm so sorry that Frida is still missing. I just wanted to tell you what happened. I'm sure you're worried.
I mean, I suppose it's not really occurred to me to be worried. I mean, Frida does this. Just sort of.
He does this?
Yeah, just sort of. I mean, I sort of only recently opened the tavern, and I guess just before that was doing another harebrained scheme, and this time decided came to some money, and this time decided to open a tavern, and then just sort of skips town and does something else, and I don't know. I kind of just nothing like suspicious or strange, just moves on.
Hey,
Yeah.
where was he before?
Let's see. Out to the west actually. Was trying to get something started in the sorry, I'm like in the sea.
Like, it's not much further away.
No, like in Valenis. Yeah, was having dealings with some of the like old pirates from Rockall, around sort of like water travel and cruises.
Okay. That sounds interesting. Okay, well, that makes me feel better, honestly. I just wanted to let you know, Frida was in the tunnels with us. He was really helpful, actually. Like, he dragged my friend to safety when,
Oh wow.
yeah, no, he was great. And then we were making our way out, and he just gave us a thumbs up, and he smiled, and then we were out of the tunnels, and he wasn't with us, but I'm sure he's fine. I just wanted to reassure you, but I'm, not that worried anyway. So I'm
No,
glad
I
we're all
mean,
on the same page.
no, I mean, I appreciate it. I mean, I do think if it had been anyone else, you know, nightmare.
Yeah,
But like I say, Frida's got form. And we're talking about the same Frida, right? You know, like this tall,
yeah,
oblong
yeah. Very
face.
oblong face. Yeah, that's the one.
No, yeah, that's my brother. Yeah, I mean, I kind of left me in the. Do you want some fish? For sale. Left me in the lurch a
We're
bit.
actually we're leaving, so
On the
we're
road,
we're
great travel
down.
snack.
So I probably not, but thank you though. I'm sure it'll all work out, and you'll hear from him soon. And
No, well,
every
I'm sure I will. I'll probably get invited to whatever the next opening night is, sort of thing.
yeah, best of
Maybe
luck to
see you
him.
there. If you
Tell
know
him
anyone that
talking
needs
to
fish.
well done. I'll
Oh,
send him
yeah.
your way.
No, cheers. Thank you very much. Yeah, no, and have a good one and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, you too. Okay, good stuff.
Perfect. And you wander back over to your mates.
Yeah, and I'm like, so Frida's fine. We don't need to worry about Frida. Apparently he does this all the time. So
Oh, It would have been nice to know.
Yeah, it might. Maybe I should have asked his brother to tell the police
Maybe
that.
he shouldn't tell the police that.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll tell our Massey that, and it'll be fine. But I'm much less worried about Frida. Man's okay.
Frida who? Raid says coming up carrying a whole backpack full of stuff.
Frida, our long-faced friend from the tunnels.
Oblong?
Yeah, short. Did not
Oh.
look Luca. It's like a foot and a half shorter than Luca, but calling Luca a little boy. What's that about?
The child.
Yeah, anyway, his brother thinks he's fine and that he does this all the time, so
Oh, excellent. Okay, so not another missing person murder case. on
yeah,
our
no,
hands.
we just need to convince our Massey of that, but I'm sure that's going to be so easy. She's such a fan of us.
Honestly, at this point, we should just open a detectives agency. Maybe that should be our name.
The detective.
The Detectives.
Have we ever actually solved I mean, I guess we're trying to solve the mystery of Galen, but have we ever solved a mystery prior to that?
You solved
No, but
Anna
we-
Petch's death.
We figured out that
did?
lady's death, yeah.
And
Okay.
like we've uncovered
And we found
some of the mystery of what's his face death that we were implicated in.
Stark and Cowton.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like Cecilia.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of mysteries around us.
Yeah, the mystery of why Penswano had ghosts. You solved that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could be curse breakers because we
I
need to break all our
personally
curses.
Love it if we could become curse breakers. Yeah, that's
Yeah, the curse
that's
breakers.
Cool.
The curse of Harvey's family, Luca's family.
I think that's just gonna end when everyone's dead, but we don't
Break
have to
the
worry about
curse.
it.
Well,
You're definitely gonna break the cycle, and you're gonna live a very
Generational
happy
trauma.
yeah.
life that's just gonna be really free
But
of
a lot
drama.
of people
and-
have to die first.
I mean, you've
Not
got so much life ahead of you being a child and all.
Yeah, if that's what the
You
show's
know.
about.
I can't wait to be an adult and see what that's all about.
Still got some growing to do.
Oh dear. Amazing. Yeah. Where are you guys going off to next then? So I know I potion shopping, healing supplies, shit like that. Do people want to get any supplies for the road, fun or practical? I was gonna suggest. I mean, I very much could have made them beforehand and didn't, but looking into some like resources about roll core, so you could like things you could read on the road, basically, a map sort of thing, because you sort of were walking a genuine traversed path across Caldetta, but now like you're just going somewhere. Yeah, and the bank. There was the bank as well. Toki's letters. Yes.
Bank. And do we need to go see the Seekers as well?
Yeah. Well, Massey.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Shop while we're
Should
in
we do a?
town.
Yeah. Let's get our shopping out of the way.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
What you
I'm
getting
looking it
then?
up. Scroll
Nice.
of Revivify is 30 gold.
Yeah.
Toki has.
Or did you want to go
Wait,
to the
is
bank first if you think you might need money?
Oh,
that's
Because that was the
true.
point. Of it. I mean,
I
who knows
don't-
if you're going to
in
get
town.
it, but you know.
Something tells me we won't, but we can.
well, we
go
can
to the
try,
bank.
and then if we get it, we spend it, and then we move.
Yeah.
And then we run.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go to the bank. I believe in Luca
Yeah.
wholeheartedly.
Curse
Sure.
breaking.
Luca occulty.
Bank breaking.
Our first step in breaking the curse is getting access to my parents' account.
The trust fund.
Getting our trust fund.
Luca
I
whips
trust
out a
that.
scroll
Maybe.
of pedigree.
He was
Yep, that's
When
all
you
he's
said
got.
that.
That's all he's got. He's not got his driving license on him, has he?
Oh dear.
He just picked up his driving license and picked up his scroll of pedigree.
I love the
To be
idea.
fair, he didn't pack it. His brother gave him a bag, and his
Mm.
scroll of pedigree
was
was
in there on top. Yeah.
Can
He's
you
like 2
imagine?
towns over looking through, like, I can't eat this. What's going on?
The party has to whip out IDs. Luca's got his scroll of pedigree.
Yes.
Wraith and Wrath rip out crowns. Toki's got his university student ID
Yeah.
card. And Alanis has her compass. Or
Alanis has a piece of paper that just says, I am 107 years old. Oh, so good. Amazing. So you head to the bank, yeah?
Yeah, I guess.
Stunning. So you did already kind of kick this off. So last time you were talking to the bank manager, it was when you went in being like, so can we get the rest of the money from Sark and Countess? And the bank manager was like, I'm going to do you guys a solid and tell you right now, if you try and get that money, you're going to be arrested for murder. So maybe don't do that and just kind of give up hope. And then you went, got it. And then Luca went, what if I tried to access a different dead person's bank account? And the bank manager went, gotcha, come back tomorrow. And so ages and ages ago when you did this, I feel like this was before Christmas. I actually don't even know. Also, by the way, happy 2-year anniversary for a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
We are into our 3rd year. But I asked you, Eleanor, to roll a d20, and it was sort of a luck check, and you got a 13, because I wrote that down. And so as you go into the bank, and you, I think you kind of walk up to one of the cashiers, and then someone recognizes you, and the bank manager just comes out instantly. Like, they're not even gonna make you you up and whatever. Like, they know there's some shenanigans going on there. They come over, and because I don't remember exactly how we left it, I'm going to say that you showed them the scroll of pedigree before, and that they were looking into it.
I think he whipped it out. He was like, well, I've got this.
Yeah, and
he was like, what the fuck?
Okay. And so the bank manager takes you into a lovely room. There's free tea and coffee, free water, still and sparkling. All of you are seated. It's nice in here. It's air conditioned. And the bank manager informs you that the person whose scroll of pedigree this is is still legally alive. So the thing that I asked you to roll for was to see if Luca Occulti was declared dead. Because you didn't know. You have no idea if Luca Occulti is
true.
actually
I was
still alive.
meant to be in that house.
Yeah, you were meant to be in that house. You you know a bit more about who burnt it down now. They were enemies of your family. You don't know if your brothers are declared alive or dead yet. You know they're alive. But in terms of law, and then especially for Petranian nobles' inheritance, what's going on there? You are informed that, and luckily for you in this instance, Luca Occulti was never declared legally dead. But could you please roll me an intelligence check?
Oh, my intelligence isn't that bad. I need a D20.
Maybe a master will walk in and be like, so, another missing person we have solved with you guys.
We can give you guys a medal.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Stay on the desk. Excellent. That is a non-nat 20.
Oh, brilliant.
Woo!
Fantastic. So yeah, in the conversation with the bank manager, which I don't know the language to do this, but you, and from your own thinking and putting things together, you realize that while you weren't declared dead, this wasn't because people think you are alive. It was because you were forgotten about. You were overlooked. And so it's explained that the money that you're trying to access is there. It's not been collected up as part of some big inheritance. It's there. This lump sum of money, which it's an insane amount of money. I think it's millions. There's so much in there, because this was
Obviously.
the trust fund for Luca Occulti, 3rd son of the Duke of one of the richest dukedoms in Petrain, and the Duke being 2 steps below the king. This was his 3rd son's trust fund. It's insane. But even compared to all the wealth that your family would have had, drop in the ocean, and has just been overlooked and tied up in legal things of the people that set fire, the Bethads, Duvers, whoever set fire, they didn't have the logistical or legal wherewithal to declare you dead. And I think with a nat 20, not a nat 20, but with a 20 intelligence, it kind of occurs to you that say nobility had burnt your house down, they would have declared you dead. Like, they would have tied up all the legal strings. This is giving, like, it's giving sloppy. Like, it's very much like, this isn't some nobility coup. Like, this isn't an assassination. This was just, like, a brutal takedown of your family. But the kind of funds were locked. The bank manager does explain this, like, you can't just come in and, because you have the scroll of pedigree, withdraw millions of pounds or, like, I don't know, thousands of gold from this account. There's a lot of.
You're
Sorry?
like, can I have my allowance from
Well,
the trust?
well, this is what it would have been like, and
My
it would
mum
have been
used
the
to give me an
same.
allowance.
Yeah, and you would have got an allowance, and it probably would have come from this. You know, you would have got your, like, 10 gold a month spending allowance. The real sticking point, the manager explains, is that you were a few months shy, and he doesn't know about the fire, but you were a few months shy of turning 18 when the fire happened. And so this money was never legally yours. And while you were never declared dead, because your father very much was, all the money that should have been yours but was never legally yours because you weren't old enough would have gone to the person next in line, which would have been Matteo. But let me see. Through conversations with the manager, and you don't get, like, loads of information as to exactly why, but the money and the title and the land, none of that went to Matteo, and you don't know if that's because he was also declared dead, or if because he was tied up in some, like, he's accused of murdering his parents, so therefore forfeits, like, title and property. It has instead gone to someone called, who is now Duca Silvestro Accolti,
Who the
who
fuck is Silvestro Accolti?
who is just an occulty cousin on your dad's side. So the title and everything went to Duca Silvestro. And again, like, you got a good roll, so I'm just gonna keep going. Prior to inheriting this money and the title, this line of the Accolti family was a line of Petranian nobles who clung on to their titles so much that they forfeited all of their wealth. Like, very much, I think, like, I don't know if I just said this to Steph or to Chloe, but someone recently had this chat about where in Petrain, it's very much like after World War One, the Russian nobility, like, would have come here and they clung on to their titles so much that they lost all their wealth. Like, they were poverty stricken, but they refused to let go of their title or, like, stoop to, like, getting a job or whatever, that they, like, would die of poverty on the streets. And that happens to a lot of Petranian nobles. And this one offshoot, like, distant cousin, because you found out recently your dad did have a brother. He died. So this was, like, a cousin. This was, like, a broke Petranian noble family who have the title and have the Duca title now. But then because the estate burnt down, and as, like, a point of clarification, the estate is different to the vineyard. Like, the vineyard was, like, hundreds of miles away and was just, like, an asset that your family owned. But because the estate burnt down, there is now not much money in the Vincolina region, which is, like, your dukedom, basically. Because, like, everything was lost, essentially. Which is why the Bethads, you kind of understand, were able to broker a deal with the new Duca to claim ownership of the vineyard. So they don't have, like, the title of, like, Duke Bethad. They literally have just bought a company out from a duke, but they wanted the vineyard and they've got it. And so now your dad's and what should have been Matteo's, like, legacy, basically, like, the title is now not worth that much. The family home is destroyed, and one of the main sources of income and fame belongs to someone else now. So it's not looking good for the Accoltis. that's like the intelligence dump that you get from talking to this bank manager, who, by the way, makes apps. I think I rolled last time for how much this guy cares. He's like, and Luca Occulti, should you know who he is, like he probably has figured out entirely what's going on and is like, let me mind my own business. Like, I get paid enough to not worry about this. Like, it's literally, I don't care. So upshot of everything, you have access to, and it's probably not millions now because things probably were drawn and stuff, but he slides you a piece of paper that has a ridiculous amount of money over to you and says that the maximum amount of money that can be withdrawn in a single day, because this is just like the local Santander branch, is 50 gold pieces. Like, that's the max you can withdraw in a single day. Nothing to stop you coming up tomorrow, like, and drawing another 50 gold pieces. However, he does tell you the maximum amount of money that can be withdrawn without triggering any sort of notification to who may own that money now is 10 gold pieces.
Okay.
Total or a day?
I think total for now. It's not like you couldn't come back tomorrow and keep taking out lots of money. It's sort of keeping this a very low activity, like low in terms of only taking out $1,000 at a time so that people won't notice, but also not doing it so it's like, oh, this bank account has like 100 transactions happening in the course of a month. It would be like whatever you felt safe. There's nothing stopping you from coming back and getting another 10 gold tomorrow, but every time you do it, there'd be a chance of someone noticing, and the chance would be higher than it was yesterday, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you don't know exactly who this would notify. It would probably be this Silvestro or someone that works for him, but people that you've kept yourself hidden from.
Yeah. Well,
Does that make sense?
it does make sense.
And does all of that track? Because I just sort of dumped on you.
It does track. Right.
Up and what?
I need to get my title back. I need to get my fucking vineyard back, folks.
I love it.
Well, Sarah, you have been very helpful and simultaneously very disappointing. But such is life. I will take
Such
my
is the
10
job
gold.
of a bank manager. I would expect no higher praise.
Yeah. It's a lot of information. But yeah, I guess I'll take my 10 gold and be on my way.
And you can take more. You can take up to 50. Just, I will be making you roll like a luck check, basically. It wouldn't be stealth or anything. It would literally be luck to see if some accountant in Petrain looks and sees.
I think my move at the moment is when years down the line, when I'm in a position to set foot on Petrain and go, give me my shit back, then I will start making the big withdrawals and be like, this is my money and you know I'm coming. But for now, 10 gold.
Nothing to laugh at. It's good.
Nothing to love. It's a grand.
It's a grand.
It's a grand.
It's a grand. Yeah. I don't think it's quite a scroll over a riverfy, but it's a grand.
It'll feed us for a little bit. And isn't that what we're here for? More than anything.
Don't worry, Wraith got you covered.
Thanks, Wraith.
Whoopsie. But yeah, so that's the bank. That's the bank.
I'm really gonna need to figure out who Sylvester Occulti is. What a time to be completely separate from your entire extended family.
And I mean, to be fair though, you know, you could go to a bookshop, like some library, archive, museum, something, because like you and your family are public knowledge. Like, you would appear in a book about Petrain.
Would Toki have an aneurysm if in one day he finds out that I am 1, a millionaire, and 2, important enough to be in historical books in libraries?
I think Toki probably knows that you're in. Having grown up in Portrayed, he probably knows that you're in the
I
book.
don't think it has crossed Luca's mind that he is in a book.
No,
No, I
oh,
don't think it has.
Toki's many a
Luca's just
time.
like,
I think
I
Toki
just
has
live
to
my
tell
life.
Luca. I think Luca comes at that bank being like, if only there was a way to find out who this guy was. And I think Toki has to be like, you can Google yourself.
We could look it up.
Luca's like, can't wait for them to invent Ancestry.com. And they're like, they have. It's called a family
The-
tree.
Yeah, the written lineage.
But yeah, no, famously, just a Lord Luca
Just
Accorti
the
and
Lord
his family
Luca
will
Accorti.
be.
Just a lord for now. God damn. Give me my dukedom. It wouldn't even be mine. I'd just always be a duke, but
Always a Lord.
Yeah, you'd
Always
have
a
to
lord.
kill
Always
both
the
your
Lord,
brother.
never the Duke.
I need to get Mateo's dukedom back.
I mean, they abdicate.
Yeah, you gotta kill your 2 other brothers.
The
And
thing
then...
is they both fell out with our dad, so they might not even want it. But they're not. Would I look a bit of an arsehole if I was like, well, I'll fucking have it, because we can't let fucking Sylvester have it, whoever he is.
Well, you can always be like, you're the one that left me with the pedigree.
Yeah, you gave me this pedigree for a reason.
Now I
Was
will
he
use
not? We'll see. Library trip coming up.
it. Woo.
Yeah.
Toki does have library access as part of
Yeah,
my
he
background.
does.
I do have access to
Yay.
all libraries.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good point. Wraith's got something like that.
Ooh, I'm just gonna grab
But
a glass
I
of water.
What was
Keep
it?
talking though. Oh.
I know Wraith has something along those lines.
Yeah, mine's I think I'm a cloistered scholar.
Ooh.
I can use my university ID badge to get into the libraries. Although maybe once I open these letters, they'll be like, send your badge back. We kick you out.
You're banned from the library. All
Yeah.
libraries.
Every library in Uriel you are banned from.
Well, how much does it cost to get a library card?
And
could
we
all
should,
join
to
the
be
library.
fair. We should.
My headphones have disconnected.
Oh
no.
I wandered too far. All the way to the tap.
How dare you
Oh.
go to your kitchen?
I know, hold on, she spoke to me. She says connected.
Yay!
No,
We did it.
She's lying. That's not the recording. Okay, no, I can hear you guys again. Hold on, let's just see.
Yay!
Yay.
You guys, and then I'm talking. Cool. Okay. Library card. What are we doing now? Where are we going? Are we just doing general shopping now with a grand spend?
Yeah, should we do some shopping?
Yeah.
Tell me what you're doing.
Okay, so Toki definitely wants to buy 1 scroll of Revivify, which is 30 gold,
Yep.
and then health potions are
2 gold.
2 gold each. So he will buy 3 health potions. And then I was also thinking in terms of stuff for roll core.
Mm.
I would quite like to see if I could find a book on like Rolkan folk tales.
Yeah.
I think Toki's a bit like, I think from the Feywild he's a bit like, if you want to know how to like travel somewhere, you have to think about the old wives' tales that you're hearing and the things that parents are telling their children to scare them. And so that's where, rather than like a proper book, that's where he
I love it.
goes looking.
Yes. I'd say easily done, especially in like Little Roll Court. I say you do it while you're like sort of around that Feywild supermarket.
And if I could like ask around to be like, is
Yeah.
there a really like renowned, like what's the most, or
Yeah,
what's the
yeah.
one that they recommend? What's the one that like everyone
Nice.
has a copy of in their house,
Yeah.
kind of thing?
And are you looking more for like, because things like fairies and fairy tales are real. Like, you know, you're from the Feywild, and you know that roll call has a very much like Brothers Grimm inspired backstory. But are you looking for like children's nursery rhymes, or are you looking for more like an academic, or like a bestiary? Like, yeah, what are you what are you going for?
I think maybe I'm looking for two things. Because I was gonna say I think I'm looking for like the older thing, the historical, like
Yeah.
like the kind of Brothers Grimm before they started watering it down for the children, like the bloodthirsty thing.
Yeah.
But then I'm thinking about post Rift and aberrations and things. That's in there. So then I think he's looking for a more sort of academic, contemporary thing on like, but from specifically people, like trying to find it from someone who it's like affected, so it's not like some scholar writing about something they don't know, like someone specifically talking about how these things have affected the people who live there.
Nice.
If that makes
it
the two books actually.
Cool. So we've got the non-watered down Brothers Grimm. And then like a post-Rift personal account of life in Rollcore.
Personal account, or it can be a more sort of scientific, or honestly maybe like anthropological account, but like I want it specifically to be from someone who's like, I want it to be like local, basically.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be like from someone who just went over there and
Yeah.
did a bunch of research and then wrote it.
Gotcha.
So whatever I can find.
I love it. Amazing. So yeah, I'd say that you absolutely like through asking around and like going in various bookshops, you find a bunch of stuff on Rollcore specifically. Yeah.
No, I was just going to say, anytime I go in a bookshop, I am also looking to see if they have anything by Saba Rostami, but specifically
Nice.
Heavenly Intrusions.
Okay, nice one. Roll me a investigation check. And this is kind of luck, but yeah.
Okay, investigation is a 22.
Nice. Give me two.
Or if it's more luck, it was an 18.
Nice. Culture. Academic texts. I've made so many books. Just remind me. So, you were looking for Rastami, yeah?
Rostami, yes. Anything. So I technically, by Rostami, I own. Hold on, bear with. I organized my inventory over our break, so I definitely have it. I have. I actually don't believe that I think I have Astrophysical Phenomena.
Yep, by Lysandra Salen.
No. Oh, is that by the same person?
So yeah, I've got that you've got three books by Lysandra Salen. Chemical Components of Lysander, First Stars, and then
Consequences and Phenomenon. Right, yes. So I don't have any Rostami books.
No.
So I am specifically looking for any Rostami books, but I mostly want Heavenly Intrusions.
Yes.
Which I do have the full title of.
Yes, and he put forward a highly criticized theory. And then I've got that Toki heard about this book as part of his research into Galen. There are no works past, and then I've written a date. I'm like, have I told you this?
Right, let me have a look in my. So I have that. I basically came across Rostami's theory in, I believe, the Lysandra Salem one.
Because she like rips him apart. She's like, he's an idiot. And then you looked up the reference and then was like, I can't find this book anywhere.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it. And then in other versions, in more recent versions of Astrophysical Phenomena, they've actually taken out that part where she references him directly.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
What was it? Heavenly
Intrusions, the 1017 2RA event is a portal for otherworldly beings.
Here's the
but I don't know. What I have written down is that I find the citation, and then when else do I see Rastami? I look for the Rastami book. Aureliano was helping me. I don't know that I have the date that I couldn't find anything
Gotcha.
from Rastami. If you gave it,
I
didn't
think
write it
I think I might have, because I don't think I'd have written it down and not given it to you. So
Okay,
I think you figured out that no works past the year 7753 RA reference Rastami's book, Heavenly Intrusions.
right.
And then
773
7753 RA.
7753 RA. Thank you.
Yeah. And then I'm going to say you roll very well that investigation. So this might have taken a left turn. You go in there being like, oh, I can't find this book. I'm going to say you don't see this book on the shelves, like no matter how many shops you go into. And then at one point you ask a bookkeeper and they look it up on their little database, like, what was the name? Aureliano?
Aureliano,
yeah.
looked up.
Looked it up, and then I think Aureliano would have found this, but just to confirm, they don't see any official record of Rastami anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. And yeah, you get that confirmed that also in Alano that is the case. On their little book buying software. Yeah, like Rastami has been scrubbed. And yeah, you can't find any, and like, but I suppose keeping looking secondhand bookshops is probably the only way that you're like, that's the only way I can probably find,
Yeah, I'm honestly just like hoping to stumble across
one day.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't find a Rastami book, unfortunately.
Absolutely. Gotta keep asking.
You've got to keep asking. But yeah, however, you do find, and I think you find like literally like a Brothers Grimm fairy tale sort of thing of Rollcore, like old Rolkan fairy tales, and I think because in this instance, I think you find, I'm gonna say you get like 2 books for the price of 1 for this. I think you get a fictionalized account of Rolkan fairy tales, and then you get like the actual things they are based on, and so you get things like, I don't know, the evil spirit that ran off with the farmer's chicken, and then you get a different book that tells you what that evil spirit genuinely was, and like at no point did it run away with the chicken, but it's known for eating livestock. Like that's the sort of 2 books you get as part of this. You find out as well, I love them, I've told Steph about these and I love it. So in Rollcore, you have kind of like 2 different kinds of fairy tale or evil or eldritch beings. You have the eldritch horrors, which we know and love, the things that the nobility in the south conjured to win a war, didn't work, and then they couldn't get rid of them, and then some land has been ceded to them because they've lost control of these eldritch horrors, and they're the things that are from like elsewhere. People in Rollcore don't call them eldritch horrors, they call them the Zugroza, which is in the chat. Zugroza. They call them the Zgroza, and so that's the name for the eldritch horrors, and that's probably what you get more in that second kind of book you were looking for. But in this early Rolkan or old traditional Rolkan fairy tales, you hear about the Vroshka, which are like the fairy tale creatures that live in Rollcore, the like very real, very dangerous things that live in like the deep dark forest sort of type things. So yeah. And that's what, and then so Vroshka is sort of like a umbrella term for all those things. So things like I don't know, things like I'm trying to think of fairy tale creatures and actually coming up like elves or pixies or gnomes or like the big bad wolf trolls. They are examples of Vroshka, and then they each have their own name. It wouldn't be called troll, it'd be called like troll. But yeah, so that's what you get in your books, and then I will come up with exactly stuff about those books for you. And then you get, so that you get 2 books, like a real version and then a fictionalized version of the Vroshka. And then you get this, post-Rift anthropological account of local Rolkan life sort of thing. And I think this was probably written by a cleric of Marta, and like Marta being from Rolkor, and like associated with Northern Rolkor. I think a cleric of Marta dedicated their life, and they were like a cleric bard, sort of looking for like, I don't know, just collecting like an anthropological account of like what life is like, and they were doing it as sort of just like a collecting truth and knowledge and stuff. They went around and they interviewed people living in Rolkor, and they asked them about, like times before, times during the coup, times when the pirates invaded, times during the Rift, times now, sort of thing. And that's where the things of like the Zgroza start to come in and stuff, and they talk about like the history of the Zgroza and how like a lot of it is this person was from North Rolkor, and it is very cutting of the South. Like you can tell that immediately. Like even though it is more academic, it's obviously biased. In a way that Tolkien might agree with himself. Where it's like the nobility did something, lost control, abandoned it, pretend it wasn't their fault. Very much like Britain withdrawing from a war when they were like, yikes, nothing to do with us, guys, we're getting out of there. So that's what you get. And I'll say for all 3 of those books, I'll say that will cost you 1 silver, 7 copper.
Thank you. Have I ever heard Adelard mention either of those words?
Zgroza,
Groza
Vroshka,
or
yeah, he probably would have, yeah. I think Adler probably... Roll me history check.
Adela from Rolkor.
another nat 20? Yes.
Nat 20. I think you might not have noticed it at the time, but now you're thinking back, Adelard would have danced around the topic of the Zgroza. Like, it would have been quite a painful thing. Like, and you weren't especially close with Adelard, in the way that you are with Delina. So, but I think looking back, you're like, oh, he didn't talk too much about that because it's like actual genuine, like, maybe trauma's too heavy, but like historical events he lived through, like,
Which I think in itself is like Adelard talked about everything. So it's
yes.
like
For him
like,
to not talk about these crazy creatures, because he talked about the coup, but Vroshka, I think he would like tell stories. It would be like in the way that people kind of do about Riftlings, but Vroshka have much more of a history. He would be like, oh, I don't know, like, it's the classic thing of like throw salt over your shoulder into the devil's eye sort of thing. He would do that, and stuff like that. And then he would, in Adelard's way, would talk and tell funny little stories. And he was an anthropologist, so yeah, he was like very into that. Like I think he's probably quite well known, and maybe his like, I think this like anthropological account, I could have said Adelard wrote it, and I've gone another way. But Adelard is either cited in it or cites it himself, let's say.
Yeah.
Kind of been crazy if I just presented you with a book and it's by Adelard.
That would have been crazy.
Mr.
I'm very sad I can't read any of these. They all sound really cool. I'm like, write the books, Lauren.
I'm sorry, I'll give you the proper names for the next time.
I was like, new Protect the Unknown t-shirts. Say what? Beware the Vroshka.
Beware the Vroshka. Yeah, me and Steph were just repeating that back and forth for like an hour each other a few weeks ago.
Beware the Vroshka.
It's like someone asked me one question about Rolkor, and I'm like, oh, my personal friends, the Vroshka? Yeah. But yes, is anyone else looking for any kind of like book prep Rolkor stuff?
I would like to buy a map, and 2 health potions.
Yep.
So yeah, Wraith's got a big map of sort of Lipari, but it does not go into specifics.
It doesn't.
And it mostly has
one
sort
on
of
the home screen.
10 waterways.
Yes.
In her one.
Yeah.
But yeah, she'll buy a map of Rolkor.
Perfect. Nice. Roll me a like a perception check, I guess, to try and find like a good map.
Come on, phone. Do this. Oh, it's off the terrain. Okay, that is a non-natural 20.
Amazing. I'm gonna say you're in like one of the same shops that Toki's in. It's sort of like a second-hand rollcore shop, like with like, I don't know, books and paraphernalia and maps and stuff. And you are just standing there staring at a wall full of rolled up maps of rollcore, all of them a little bit different. What would Wraith do looking at this massive wall of maps? And it's like overwhelming.
Yeah. Health. Right. She'll turn to the shop assistant, the librarian, whoever that may be, the cartographer, and explain her needs, being like, we're going on a journey through the mountains. We are also going for a walk through the woods. Ill-advised, we know. Any sort of map of roll call in general, but maybe a more detailed map of the south with general roads, maybe lesser known routes, safe spots or small towns. A hiker's guide would be great.
Okay. And this person stands and helps you pick a few out. And even then though, like they recommend a few and then are kind of like, good luck, like I've given you a few, and they walk away. You're like, okay, of these like 5, what one am I going to pick? And then on your non-nat 20, one of them, they're all sort of like tied up with like rope or string or folded. One of them is tied up with, it looks like metal bands, but they are rose gold metal bands.
I'm drawn to that one.
Mm-hmm.
And I run my hand over the metal. I've done a lot of metal working recently,
Yeah.
and the color just reminds me of someone.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to maybe sort of investigate the bands themselves. And it's not necessarily conscious investigation. I'm just running my hands over them, over the craftsmanship, and being like, odd to see this color around.
Roll an investigation check.
That is a 6 is a 21.
Yeah, rolling kind of investigating these bands. They're like clasps that are keeping it shut, and there's like 2, 1 at each end. These aren't just like a rose gold color; they are gold, and then rose gold. Like they are like the real thing. They're not like burnished, they're not dented, they're pristine. And I think as you kind of rub your thumb over one of them, it almost singes you with a heat that you have not felt for an incredibly long time. And you feel for the first time in a long time hellfire underneath your hands.
Wraith goes still, like the still that she used to go at the start of the campaign, and just undoes the clasps.
Yeah, you undo them, and they're kind of like bands. They can kind of pull apart a little bit, and the map comes unfurling out.
I think she does it with a sort of familiarity as well, like a let's get this over with.
Yeah. Inside it is a map of South Rockall. It shows the outline of the north, but it doesn't show the north with any details. Like it was obviously made like post separation of Rockall. It's got a few places highlighted on it, like key towns and stuff like that. Like it's got Uphold on there. It's got a town that's marked just across the border from Alanil, and then a completely different style of handwriting, in a handwriting that's very flourished and written in this almost like glittering golden ink, is a marking that is an offshoot of Infernal that only you and your sister spoke to each other. That is a hellish marking that you know means mission.
Oh, she did love to be so subtle about them, didn't she? And I will mutter that in Infernal, poring over this map.
And if anyone's there with you guys, like if anyone's also in the shop, like I think you very noticeably see Wraith's like, I'm gonna go look at the maps, and then she's there for like a really long time, and then is acting a little bit strange.
Wraith, are you okay?
Yes. Well, just finding some interesting maps, cartography, messages from loved ones. Oh, so loved. And she'll lay the map flat on. I imagine there's a table or something that she's
Yeah.
poring over these maps.
Yeah, or there's like a low bookshelf that you're able to roll it out onto, and it's not like a big unwieldy map or anything. Like it's probably like 8 or something.
And I think she'll sort of be a bit distracted and turn back to it and pore over this. She's seen the mission symbol and now she's looking at the details of the map. Like, is anything circled? Are there any other symbols around?
Yeah, so the mission symbol, it is directly over a town called Muntepe, which is going. I'm not showing you guys the map just yet, but going up into Rocourt, there's a road that goes up like a little bit north, and it splits, and it goes towards the west coast, and then it goes towards Uphold, which is to the east, and then Muntepe is sort of along that western road. It's the border of North and South Rocourt isn't like a straight horizontal line, it's diagonal. And if you can see actually on the map, like that's down here, there's like a black line just under like the L of Rocourt, which is a river.
Yeah.
But you see what I mean? That is a river, but the border of North and South Rocourt kind of follows that diagonal river line. And let me try and zoom in. If I move the hourglass, this is sort of where Montepe is, like the center of that.
Okay.
And that town is also quite close to the like a big forest. I can't remember if I named it. I feel like I've named it 3 times and I keep renaming it every time I think about it. But that is where the Skroza, the Eldritch Horrors, that was some of the land that was ceded to them. It's now this big cursed forest that takes up like a quarter of South Rocourt, in like a punishment from North Rocourt being like, and that's your problem.
I mean, a 3-year sabbatical, but I kind of had other things on the plate, lads. Excellent. Well, I found a pit stop town.
roll me just an Arcana check.
Yeah. It's plus nothing. It's a 19.
Nice. On a 19, you know from like getting notes like this from your sister before, this isn't an illusion. Like this ink is actually genuinely here. Like your friends can see it as well. Like Luca, when you're looking at this, you see, and you can't read it, but you see. The best way I can describe it is like a metallic, glittery gel pen in like rose gold ink has drawn on this map. And then as you watch it, and Wraith kind of like you kind of touch it, and it's almost like from the same place that you're able to cast like produce flame and silvery barbs. You like expend some of that magic into it, and it shifts. And Luca, like before your eyes, it almost rewrites itself, and it kind of looks like a rune or like an abyssal symbol sort of way. It wouldn't be abyssal, but like infernal symbol. It changes into the word that Wraith means contract. And then it changes again into the word for strengthen, or the symbol for strengthen, but then shifts a little bit in a way that with a 20 means either or, strengthen or break.
Okay. Brother.
Yes. That's currently like scoffing down sweets. Very nonchalant.
Wraith will like
He's got his Feywild pick a mix.
tap the map.
Mm-hmm.
She'll
What
wait for you
the
to look down at it.
fuck
Yeah.
is that? I presume Raph also makes the same connotation of what the type of gold.
100%. Yeah. You don't need to
Yeah.
roll or anything, but I don't think you can read these symbols.
Comprehend languages.
How does comprehend languages work? Does it help you understand ciphers?
Oh.
Like secret code.
Yeah.
Let me see. Comprehend languages. No. Any spoken raw written language, but doesn't decode secret messages. I feel like I have something.
You do. You got it from Cecilia somewhere like that. Actually, I think you might have something like advantage on.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you gain advantage on Arcana or Investigation checks to identify and decipher magical sigils, symbols, and codes. So if you want to do Arcana or Investigation to try and crack this, you can.
Trust your reliable Arcana. Let's be 20 that I Mm-hmm. That was high. Oh, that was even higher. 18 plus 9. 27.
Nice. Wow. You've only seen 4 symbols, or maybe you've only seen 3. I don't think you got to sit there to see the mission one. But looking at this, you look at this, and it is written. The way this code works, it's like someone has taken the infernal alphabet, and sort of, I'm just gonna say, like, right now, the way infernal works is that it's almost like runic in that you have, I don't know how to describe it, I can see it in my mind. Oh no, it's like Chinese written text where like a word can be one character. That's what I mean. And so
I see.
yeah, and so this is a variant of that Glazia has made up. So you understanding Infernal and like having read 40 hours of a book detailing runes and glyphs and symbols and ciphers, you see that this is like someone has taken a bunch of infernal words that are separate characters and mean separate things and sort of piece them together almost in more of an artistic way than anything. And I think you look at it and you couldn't write it yourself. You couldn't sit down and like write out this alphabet or this, because it's not even really an alphabet, this communication method. But you look and you see as it changes to strengthen, you see like the infernal word for like the verb like to do, like action, and then the word for strong, and then you see it morph into that to break, and then a sort of like a severing. You kind of get all these words and you see how they could be made into one character, one glyph. And they aren't arcane in nature themselves. That's just the way that the message is, like, it's being beamed across planes. But yeah.
Clarify. We're in like a cartography place.
You're in like, I think you are in like, you know those old-fashioned bookshops you might get in like Bath or something that have like a map section. That's where you are. Like Toki's over the other aisle looking at like the Brothers Grimm stories. You're in like Oxfam.
Raph was so chill, having a great time, and just goes immediately cold. The sweets are ruined. Fuck the sweets. It's like, how the fuck does she know where we are?
That is what I am wondering. But she always has a habit of seeking out information. Or, well, she does, and then she didn't need to, because that's what I was there for. I guess we'll get to learn which side Glazia rides the line on.
Raph immediately like detect thoughts, not for people, it's like anyone near. Because it's like, how did she know we'd come here? Is it perfectly timed?
No, yeah.
This is. He's like,
for sure.
Is one of her spies here right now? Is this concern?
Yeah, no. You do detect thoughts. Do an investigation check.
While Wrath does that, Wraith will turn to Luca, and if Toki's there too, or
We'll
wandering
wander
another.
over, I suppose.
Our sister has reached out. She has a bit of a job for me in roll call.
Can you just
Gonna
say
pay you?
no? Okay. It feels like that should have been swapped.
Yeah. We're rubbing off on each other.
She's never paid me before, and the last time I said no, I ended up in a chair for 14 hours, so I could practice my lock picking and handcuff picking skills. So likely not easily.
But there's 5 of us now, and if you say no and she comes for you, we're all here.
I don't think you quite understand the level of power she's on.
Also,
Probably
my
not.
brother very much views our sister as a villain. I don't necessarily hold the same views. Has she done some heinous acts? Perhaps.
And who
Were
hasn't?
her,
And who hasn't?
yeah, were her
I
training
mean, you gave
methods?
my name to that reporter, so
Oh, that's a banger from Toki right there. I can't
I
lie.
learned from the best, and I'll tap the map over the glittering gold gel pen. Has she had some more barbaric training methods where you more learn on the job? Definitely.
And who hasn't?
And who hasn't? Did she react well when I threw a dagger at her head? Yes, actually, she did. She did.
She did.
So, I
Nice.
mean, I'm not saying she's had my back a lot of the time, but she has allowed me to take the necessary steps to become the Wraith you know and love today. And find some information out while I was finding stuff out for her.
And then I don't know if you want to, and you cannot, but did you want to explain the level of power your sister holds?
Brother?
It runs a circle of hell.
Ah,
Duke.
She's one of the 9
Hey.
circles of hell.
Just another noble.
oh,
So I don't think it's really like a 5v1 easy situation.
I don't think it also stands as just another noble situation.
Really not.
You're all the same.
but
it's like-
all nobles are evil in Toki's eyes. So it's the same basically.
Alright.
If half the
Capitalism,
party can barely handle
hell,
murder, it's not
Yeah.
good for dealing with her. I rolled a 27 on the investigation for detectors.
You feel very, very certain that like no one is spying on you right now. There's none of her minions around right now. And with that kind of being tied to investigation, you see, looking at this map, you're suspicious of it. This has like a price tag on it. Like this was priced up and is owned and can be bought by you. This isn't something that you get the impression this is something that she altered to catch Wraith's attention, but like someone else could have come in here and bought this and she probably just wouldn't have written on it. Yeah. But she knew you were heading somewhere that was of worth to her. You get the sense, definitely. And
You know where we're going!
yeah, that's the conclusion you come to. And she obviously knew you were here somehow. Like, yeah, the Dukes of Hell aren't gods. They have finite power, but they are powerful. And being able to, like, transmute some ink and gold bands across planes to have them land in your path, within her power. But obviously she would need to know you were going to be there. But you don't know how long this has been here.
I mean, also, brother, we haven't exactly been as stealthy as we have been for the last 2 years. Well, we've been stealthy the last 2 years. In recent months, you've gone back to hell once or twice. My soul's gone who's knows where.
But that's only to Big Z. She would have sensed I died and didn't get my soul.
Your soul went for bid at auction.
Oh, indeed, I was fucking ripped apart, my friend. Damn. It was quite literally. It felt like he was getting ripped apart. That's accurate.
Yeah.
But where we've not been forgotten, which maybe not as forgetful as we were, forgettable.
I think that's a good way of putting it. It's like people have
You've
remembered
also been
you
using
exist.
Gone
Name.
but not forgotten.
Gone but remembered.
Gone but remembered.
But yeah, Chloe's right, or Toki's right. You have been using your real names a bit more.
I wouldn't worry so much, brother, and that's coming from me that worries a lot.
Mm.
If Glasia wants a job done and I get it done, it's just another boon.
You can kind of tell he's not worried about Glazier, he's worried about their dad.
Glasia has kept things from father in the past.
And you know, your sister is a political entity unto her own. Like, there may be alliances between her circle and your dad's circle, but she doesn't. Well, maybe she does work for your dad in the way that most people do, but she's not actually part of the 9th anymore. She has her own.
Yeah.
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 I wish it smells.
Can I ask
Mm.
your sister, what's her thing in her circle of hell?
Her thing.
What's
Let
her
me get
thing?
my notes. Let me get my notes.
Crack out the odd dot.
Getting it.
Do a little story time.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Believe it or
Laz?
not, Michael Sheen's part of this story time.
yes.
Oh, he is.
A moss ball.
Yeah, you're
So, Glasia is the Duke of Maladominus, which is the 6th circle. And it is the circle of hubris. Originally, it was ruled by Beelzebub, who is Michael Sheen as a slug. Slug man.
Great lore. It really is.
Yep. And very like me, Glasia was engaged to marry a Duke of Hell. And coincidentally, shortly after they were married, or sometime after they were married, Beelzebub went missing. Beelzebub's gone. Again, another mystery.
I really support that decision, I can't lie. I disagree with a lot of stuff she does. That was a wise decision.
Yep. So Glasia took on the dukedom, well, the circle, and it is now hers. And yeah, it's a sort of stone garden city that's cracked and broken and constantly in a state of redecorating.
Why didn't you think about doing that?
Circle-wise, while the dukes are all sort of on par, Mephistopheles is a slightly more formidable force than Beelzebub was, I would argue, from my knowledge. He is known for his warrior nature and his anguish. That's what his court's all about. And while Beelzebub had a crumbling golden city, Mephistopheles is the ice warrior of the frozen wastes, essentially. Just a bit
Probably
more
no match for
formidable.
you.
Now, definitely. I could take on the
Since I've
Star
been-
Reporter. Pardon?
Since I've been training you.
Yes.
Having our sparring matches in the morning.
Yes. And Ray sort of gets that sort of guilty look on her face again from earlier in the day.
Oh, no.
But yes, where Beelzebub, both were originally angels. Beelzebub fell for cowardice, while Mephistopheles fell for anguish. Fell in anguish, rather.
What does that mean for anguish?
Let Lauren, you're going to have to help me here. I've forgotten some of it.
No, that's fine. Sorry, I've been zooming in and out of things. Yeah, fell in anguish. So, yeah, there were a bunch of different, and we've kind of taken a little bit from like the Christian, like angels fell for different reasons, but it's less linked to like morality and literally just like they moved planes. But all of them had a different reason for like succumbing. And Beelzebub, one of the, I think maybe Beelzebul, I don't know. But they were
It
not
is Beelzebul. I keep
yeah,
pronouncing it wrong.
no. They weren't seen as traditionally strong angel, soldier, duke. Whereas falling in anguish was like, that's kind of the way that it's referred to, and then when you dig into it, it's sort of fell in battle, fell, either was cast out for doing something so heinous that even like a morally, like, I don't know, neutral society deemed it so awful that they just expelled him, or he didn't want to fall and so fell and was anguished by it.
Yeah.
There's like different ways that it can be taken, but happened, millennia ago.
Mephistopheles, you go.
Whereas for Beelzebul, that was just sort of they slithered on down, escaped something, happened unnoticed, and then formed quite a weak circle. Or what's seen as, it wasn't a weak circle because they are all powerful, but yeah.
Have you ever heard the phrase, hell burns cold?
I've heard it around.
Mephistopheles is where that phrase comes from.
Mm.
And we have fan cast this as
Oh,
Chris
that's good.
Hemsworth as a Viking.
So, Glazia knows you're here. She wants you to do something.
It's not that different from how it was before.
But you're not.
When's the last time you spoke to her? Sorry.
The last time I spoke to her was probably... Hang on, it's a while ago now. She sent me on a job. She sent me on a job because someone... there was potentially at risk of a coup in her court. So I got sent on a job. Let me consult the tomes.
The tomes.
Bear with. It was before dance class with Irineth. Okay. She was sending me on jobs to gather information about a Al-Khalithi who was a spy for Glazia, and she wanted him dead. So I forged some letters between us and a member of her late husband's court who was called Litit, who wouldn't swear fealty to Glazia. And the letters included our passage out of hell in exchange for info on Glazia and Asmodeus. But I remember not doing a particularly good job on this forgery. And then we left hell before I could reap the repercussions of that fudge up. I mean, it was okay. It wasn't my best work. Not something Glazia would necessarily be very impressed with. Would have been practicing handwriting for a few weeks, I'm sure. Blindfolded, I imagine, just for extra measure. That was the last time we spoke with her giving me that briefing. And then sending me off to dance class.
Did I make an insight?
Mm-hmm.
You can make an insight check.
I'm not good at these. I'm still not good at this. Don't worry about it. It was so fucking low. I know nothing. I rolled a natural 4, and I know my bonus is shit.
Would I lie to you?
Raph is very aware they have very different relationships with her sister. Raph is in like a 20-year-long prank call with his sister, which is escalating. On that note, he doesn't say this out loud. When you next talk to Dis, can you tell him to tell Jeff Plan C is in action? I don't know what that means.
This time I insight check.
Mm.
It's a 22. What vibe
I don't know what to
am
say.
I getting
Ram
off my brother?
It's up to something.
I don't like it.
No,
Shall we not piss off
But
our
like,
sister?
it's
who
good,
knows where we
clearly.
are? We could
Not
not.
serious.
We could not piss off our sister who knows where we are.
Not pissing her off. I'm just redecorating.
I think she does that enough for everyone.
Not the way Jeff does it. It's
I'll think
okay,
about
fine.
it.
Stand by them. Fine.
But yes, I will point out the map to Toki and Luca, and we just have to go to a town and do a bit of research and a small job for her. I wouldn't worry about it. We could do it while we have a drink at the tavern. I'm sure it will take all of an evening.
Maybe Luca and I will go look up his family in a library somewhere while you deal with that.
Fun times had by all.
That was a book. Oh, sorry, my bad.
Before we move
You
on,
think-
are you buying the map, Wraith?
Yes.
Nice. 7 silver.
We just had it back, but like noted.
Yeah,
Fuck
and then when you
this.
take it up, actually, they knock it down to 5 because the guy's like, oh, someone's drawn all over it.
Oh, thank you.
I wonder who. Do you not happen to have any magical CCTV in this place by any chance?
I mean, we don't, but I think the shop across the street has got some sort of scrying orb out front. It's more of it's like and you see it's like a kind of pawn shop, like secondhand jewelers sort of thing.
Brother, I really don't think she would do more than magically send it. Portal it in.
I thought the Dukes of Hell weren't allowed to leave.
They're not. But
Again, they can't send people.
Ooh.
Would you recognize someone if she sent them?
I wouldn't necessarily. I very rarely interacted with anyone else. No one else really knew the extent she was training me for. That would have gotten us into quite a bit of trouble.
Why was she training you? Like, what do you think?
After I threw the dagger at her head, which was our first training session, admittedly, Glazia is one of the few, if only, people that I know that has been in my shoes. I mean, she wasn't necessarily the maiden, but she was also married off to a Duke of Hell against... she went with it, but not... She didn't volunteer for it. And she found her own power through her own means. And she wouldn't allow me to be pathetic enough not to do the same. It was very much like, no sister of mine is just going to crawl when you can put your heels on and walk.
I think it was more pride on her part than...
I think it was pride. I mean, Glazia has a shield as strong as anything. She doesn't let much get past it. It bounces straight off. But sisterly love, I don't think came into it that much. Maybe a small amount, but I'm not sure how much of that she actually can feel. The Dukes are different when it comes to feelings and emotions.
But this is a duke.
This is a
Doesn't
duke,
Dis love you?
and you can feel big emotions, and it will depend on your court, or your circle rather. But
You haven't been told this before.
well, I think there's very much an element of you have so much power, and
Yeah.
power can corrupt, and power can mean you put on whatever face you want sometimes.
How? I don't want you to take offense, but how? Knowing this about the dukes, how can a duke associated with making deals? How do you know that that's real? The things he feels for you.
If he was in the business of breaking them, he wouldn't be known for making them in the first place. I think, yes, contracts
That's
have
true.
a break clause, but
I guess I mean, how do you know that this isn't just another deal to him?
I don't.
Just another win?
I just had to trust it. And I still have to trust it. Admittedly, at the end of the day, it could all be a big ruse, but at the core of my being, I insightfully don't think it is. From everything I can read, it's not, and it's real. But how can I know what is at the core of a person? Other than what they tell and show me.
It's
Time I see him, I can dig into his mind if you want.
I'd rather you didn't. I mean, I could be using
Oh, yeah, actually, no, I shouldn't do that. That's a minefield. No, absolutely not.
I could be using him. He doesn't know the same.
No,
Are you?
very true.
No.
I mean, I'm only asking because from an outside perspective, it sounds like Glazia did a lot for you and had a lot of respect for you, but Raph clearly seems to despise her, so I'm just trying to understand her
separate topic.
motivations.
She was very violent in her training, and I ended up bloody and bruised more often than we could count. And Wrath, as we know, is protective.
Aren't all siblings violent with each other?
Yeah.
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 Toki says like wistfulness in his eyes.
I miss it so much. It's like the things I would fucking be glad right
He's
now.
like, bombs, not my first rodeo.
Oh, he's been making a vote. Oh, why do you think Glass is going to be decorating the back, just leaving a bomb in the room?
I have a lot of room for Glazia. I have a lot of space for her. Though she's difficult.
Evidently, and Toki will nod towards the map.
Yes. Well, we can make or break another mystery.
Every
Brother.
time Glazzy is mentioned, Raph like twitches.
She's better than Mother.
It's true.
Wow. What's one more thing on our to-do list?
Yes, I mean, we've got go to the moon, fuck the moon. It's one small job for my sister. Nothing can compare. Excellent. In my pen that I draw in my diary, which isn't magical, it's just the pen that I go to, the quill. One small job for Glacia. I will write in our code back. I'm not sure it will go back, but I'll write it anyway, just in sort of the bottom corner. Received.
Nice. It doesn't go away. Yeah, you've just sort of written on the map. But,
I've just written on the map.
Yeah. Nice. Is anyone else buying anything in this lovely shop?
April's bamboozle.
Luca would like to buy a tourist book of roll call, please.
I love it. Tourist book of... Are you sort of going for like a sort of travel guide sort of thing of like best inns, things to see in South Rollcore.
Yeah, absolutely. One of those
Nice.
ones that's got like a nice flowery page, and then
Yeah.
it's places to stay, places to eat, top 10 things to do, avoid
regional
love it.
this,
It's like,
dish.
must
yeah,
do
it's like
this.
the
Yeah.
AA guide to Rollcore sort of thing.
Yeah, one
Yeah.
of
I
those
love
really
it.
thick, shiny ones that you
Yes.
get.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's got like a sort of plastic cover, and it's like a ring bound, and it has got a map in the middle of like the roads.
Yeah.
I love it. Stunning, absolutely. I think you can get that for 4 copper pieces here.
Amazing, thank you.
You think you have to rummage to find an up-to-date one, unless you want to get one that was from like the 80s or something.
I'll get the most
Vintage.
up-to-date one I
Yeah,
can.
nice. I'd say the equivalent of that is like you get one from like 2017.
That's fine.
Yeah.
How much can happen in a decade?
Exactly. I did reach for 2016 being like 2 years ago.
Don't we all?
Stunning. Cool. Anyone else buy any books or maps or anything in here?
I'm done.
Wraith will buy a while people are not paying attention, and I will use insight if I need to, or perception to find that moment. Wraith will find the sappiest romancy novel and purchase that. And
Yeah,
push
I love it.
away.
Yeah, amazing. And we'll say it's in this like little rollcore shop, so it's by like a Rolkan author. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out naming conventions. No, I don't.
Be something like Martyr's Man and
No,
Me,
no,
the
no,
bard.
Stop it, that's so good. I was gonna say it's from a famous romance author, Emil Heinrich, and it's set in Rollcore. It was like one of her famous books, and it's like people we meet in Rollcore.
Excellent. She tucks that away.
Nice.
I have 2 kind of book
What was that, sorry?
thoughts. I have 2 like book related
Yeah.
interests. One was, is there anything about the relic hunter in Rollcore?
Yes, there will be. Yeah, Alishka Zezek, I think it was. Yes, you find. Roll me an investigation check.
Is a 24.
I'll say then you find a book that she co-authored with a famous, like a sort of Robert. No, is it Robert Pattinson? No, wait, I've forgotten his name. No, Robert Pattinson's the actor. Who do I mean? The author. Hold on, I have to look it up now. Oh no, who do I mean? Oh, he's like a famous. It's like your dad would read him.
Oh,
James Pattinson.
fuck. Yes.
James Patterson, yeah.
Yeah, that's who I mean. Yeah, it's James Patterson. It's like James Patterson and Alishka Zezek co-wrote a book together about relic hunters, and very much is like a big best-selling author of like publishes 3 crime fiction books a year, worked with a well-known person in that industry, and they co-wrote a book together, and it's very much the sort of thing where it's like she probably had no hand in this but probably told him some stories, and I think you find that book, and there's like a little bit at the back that's like about Alishka Zezek, and in reading it you kind of get some like sensationalized accounts of like some of her most famous exploits and stuff like that.
Very nice. Does it say anything pertaining to where she currently may reside?
Yeah, it does. It says
Oh.
that she is Alishka Zezek. I was going to rename it. She, oh, I renamed it and I don't know what I renamed it to. Annoying. She's in North Rollcore, basically.
Mm.
And
We can say
it's-
placeholder city name.
Yeah, it's a place that was called Marta Falva, but I didn't like the way that sounded. But basically, it's a place associated with Santa Marta, or
Oh.
I think it's Santa. But yeah, she lives and works out of there. And it's a town that Santa Marta had, I've written, something to do with this town. Either she was from there or settled there, or she built her first guild hall there. And I've written in my notes, reminds Toki of Santanto a little bit.
Oh.
This town. I do think I renamed it, but I can't remember what to. But it is just
Okay.
on. I can show you where it is on the map. Actually, it's just across the northern border. So it is. There's some lake. There's a lake and there's some mountains. It's about here. It's just underneath the R of Rollcore.
Yeah.
The second.
Yeah.
That's
Mm.
Marta Falva, yet to be renamed. And that's, yeah, it would say in the back, in her like author's description, it's like Alishka Zezek lives and works out of Marta Falva with her 2 dogs and enjoys a life on the high seas or whatever.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What was your other book, Raph?
Oh, I don't even know if this exists. That was like, is there any kind of like tabloids from the other realms? Like hot gossip of what's going on?
In the magazine section.
Yeah.
Not in here, but actually maybe in the Feywild Lidl. There's yeah, in the magazine aisle. What are you looking for in particular? And I think this will probably be mostly Feywild, but then there might be some stuff from some other planes.
Hell, obviously.
Hell, yeah.
Feywild. Hmm. I just think. Oh, sorry, I should have thought about this.
No, you're fine, mate.
Didn't think there'd be many options. I was then.
Whispers of the Fells.
Shadowfell. Why didn't I think of that? Because it's Cecilia. Fuck, Shadowfell. Celestial plane. Placeful.
Cool. Roll me 4 d20s and tell me what you get on each.
Alright, let's go. Come on. Big on the first one.
So the first one's for hell. How likely that is to be there?
Dog shit. 3.
That's fine. I was
Love
gonna
to
say
see
it's
it for
very
myself.
unlikely anyway. I think that you get.
It's just Jeff's
there
tabloid
is-
column.
Yeah. It's somehow a zine that Jeff published in Hell has made its way into this Feywild Lidl. There's 1 copy, and maybe that's because they sold really well. You don't know. That's what you see in Jeff's newsletter.
We sell a lot. We've got a lot of subscribers. I mean, Mike wouldn't believe it, but this has one.
Yeah.
That is a 15.
What was that? Sorry, 15.
15.
Nice. So this one's for the Feywild, and you're in like a Feywild supermarket.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I think you find, and I can put some stuff together for you. Sort of like, yeah, gossip out of the Feywild. Sort of, I don't know, big party gone wild in the Winter City,
Cool.
and this person's dating this person, and celebrities in the Feywild. Me and Chloe can come up with some. And like, yeah, what's going on? There was a big wedding. Yeah, and then next one is for Shadowfell.
It's an 18.
Oh, nice.
I'm on the Cecilia track. Always.
So I don't think this is where you would find anything actually about Cecilia.
I mean, I knew I wasn't going to find anything about Cecilia. She's shady.
No,
I was just.
It's the Ithel clan releasing their newsletter as they travel
Yeah.
through.
I was gonna say, I think this is the one for the Shadowfell is maybe more of like a the Lapari guide to Shadowfell, and it releases monthly, and each they have like tips for traveling through it, and it's kind of more
Oh,
like
I'll
a
fuck with that.
travel magazine or something like that.
Mhm.
I'll
I'll
say
let
these
Fenrir
cost
read
like 3 copper each if you want to buy any of them, basically.
I'll do that. I'll do that.
Yeah, it was. You got a 15 for the Feywild.
And then 19.
Wow, for Celestial Plane. That's crazy. Okay.
I thought I was going to be here for the same reasons Hell might not be here, though.
Yeah, I think this one doesn't have its own publication, but I think it maybe is mentioned in the Shadowfell one, we'll say. Yeah, I'll have a think and see what you get.
I was like, feel. I was like, what hot gossip around, you know?
Nice.
The languages in roll call?
What was that, sorry?
What are the languages in a roll call? Roll call?
Roll call. Dwarvish, I think. I think Santa's Dwarvish.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
Thank you.
You speak Dwarvish?
I do.
Dwarvish? Yeah. Sorry, I thought you meant like culturally. I was like,
Oh.
No, I think.
What did you mean?
Did you mean in the party?
That's good.
April?
Yeah, in the party.
Oh.
I was like,
I wasn't expecting you to do it off the dome, yeah, in my native tongue.
Yeah, Tucky does.
And the language of
He
Caldetta is
speaks-
also Dwarvish. So, like, you've been traveling through a Dwarvish country.
Oh.
But everything is common. Yeah. Cool. Anyone else doing anything else around this kind of shopping stuff? Is there anything specific anybody wants that you've not said? Anyone else want like health potions and stuff if you've not bought any? Just say, like, declare out loud sort of thing.
I had a query, and it can wait if to another time or another city.
Gosh.
But I thought last session when Wraith was cold and wet once again. Oh, cat's back.
I just love the loop. I love the loop that Misty does. It's special. It's so special.
Yeah.
Look at her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
off.
she's a pillow.
Oh.
She doesn't want to be a
Hi.
pillow.
Let's make her be.
Come here, you knobhead.
Yeah.
Ah.
Hi.
Hi, Bubba.
The way some
she's
random
wet.
cat is just
It's
on,
just on
YouTube
YouTube.
now. Like
She
everyone.
lives 3 doors down, but
She's like, no, I
also
live here.
apparently.
Do you like feed her? Like, why does she keep coming back?
No, we don't feed
Oh
her.
my God.
It's I know that they've got like a newish baby,
Okay.
and if
Oh.
she's not the center of attention, she gets really pissed off. So, and because we don't have a newish baby, so if she appears, everyone's like, "Oh, the cat! We all love the
Nice.
cat." So she just
hears
comes
us
here
on
for
Discord
attention,
being
I
like,
think.
Hey. Is she like kneading your little lab? Is that
Yes,
what
she
she's
is.
doing?
Yeah, that's why she's
Oh.
rocking back and forth.
Oh, baby. No. I'm like, what if I got a cat?
You have that thought off, and then you're like, but then I'd have a cat.
Yeah, and then I'm like, well, then I'd feel bad about getting a dog one day. Oh, cute. Okay.
We've got the best situation where we've got a cat that we
Yeah,
can
but you
pet,
don't have a
but we
cat.
don't have to look after.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Anyone else buying?
Oh,
things
it
like that?
was
Oh yeah, you were saying you had a thought. Cold and wet.
yes. Wraith would like to be cold and wet less, or at least have a faster recovery method from cold
Okay.
and wet. And she's looking for. It might not exist yet. She might have to commission someone for it. But she's like, I'm in a city. I might as well look. Some sort of magical space heater, hair dryer, warming rock
Yeah.
variety of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let me see.
Again, it is something we can come back to.
No, I think that you are able to buy at like the same place you would buy rations and back Mountain Warehouse. You are able to buy these like hand warmers that are enchanted with a version of heat metal and prestidigitation. And when you click them and activate they warm you up, but at the same time they dry you. So it's like someone is casting heat and prestidigitation on you, and it's enchanted slightly more so that it's not prestidigitation in the way where it's like you still feel kind of grimy. Like it is limited to just like drying you off sort of thing.
Yeah.
But it doesn't like half-ass the job, basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And so I think they would be.
They could have a fun little feature, like to recharge them, I have to put them in the fire.
Yeah, that's cute. I like that. You have to like
I
piece them back
have
together
to
and lay them next
put
to
them
a
back
fire
together
for
and,
a short
put them in
rest.
the fire for a bit.
Yeah, let's say once per short rest, or until you can find a source of fire, they can
like
do that.
reset them.
Yeah, and they would cost. How much money do you have in case there's any price out of your price range?
25 gold.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say 2 gold. So
Thank you, Wraith. We'll stuff that.
the price of an M&S Christmas shop.
You spent so much money today, but all on excellent things.
That is a good thing. And like mechanically, that would save you from having to make like exhaustion rolls in the cold as well, sort of thing.
Oh, nice.
That's something that would help with that. Hence the price. Amazing. Once again, is there another? Luca, did you buy any health potions? Do you need any? Are you good?
I have 3.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm okay.
Nice.
I don't think I've
Raph,
actually
did you
used
buy
a health
any?
potion yet. I think I've just died and come back.
You've had other people's.
Yeah.
Okay, Raph, I can't remember. Did you buy any? Another cat.
I have the money. I have 1 gold single.
Good.
Okay.
Tale of
Raph
a
doesn't
cat.
have it.
I also spent all my remaining copper, so I quite literally have 1 gold.
You have just
I
1 gold.
will give Wrath 2 of my health potions because
No!
no, I had one
refuse.
already, and I bought
Can-
3, and I also have healing, channel divinity, and spells, so I don't really need them. So you can have 2 healing potions.
Thank you.
Side
Nice.
note, I doodled the.
You did.
So these are the wandering beans. They look
bean.
kind of like shoes.
No.
Because they wander.
Stop
And
it,
you got the
stop it,
chaffy
stop it,
tree
stop it.
bark.
Too much.
And then you got the spiky berry, which I was kind of picturing like lychee.
Yeah.
And then
Lucky
you've
the
got
paper.
the melon grass,
Meldegrass.
melder grass, and there's little seed grains inside these sort of
Stephanie.
smiley petals. They're like
Gonna
always
need
like
them.
pea
Gonna
pods.
need them as stickers right now. Gonna need them as stickers right now. So good.
Thank
Oh my
you.
god, that's so brilliant. Amazing. I love it. If everyone has finished their shopping, it is, I would say 4:30. What you guys doing? I really want Taki to open his letters.
I was just about to say I would love to open my letters.
I think with 5 minutes, it's got to
We
be the
stop at a
letters.
cafe. We find a cafe.
Yeah, nice. You have a hot chocolate. So you stop in a little cafe, and it's on page 31 of my notes. Chloe, could you roll for me? You definitely have 1 letter, and it is in a thick A4 envelope. But then could you just roll a D4 to see how many extra letters you may have? And I have a little list that it could possibly be.
I have 2.
Nice. So, you begin to open your letters, and you start off with just opening it, say, reminder for rent, which has already been paid, so you don't have to worry about that. And then you also get the sort of equivalent of a P45 for the job that you were doing for Delina with the encyclopedia. So you get that for your records. The last one you open, it is an... I need to get my actual proper notes up because this is serious to me. Bear with.
He's always getting some nonsense in a letter. Has anyone ever corresponded as much in a D&D game?
And that's with Rafe having an active journal link to her husband.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's not opening. Okay, no, it's fine. Okay, you open and it is on official University of Sintanto like typeface. And scanning through it, the first page is like a formal letter, and then following that is some documents that look like they need to be signed. And you read it, and it is a official request for the publication and permission for citation for the thesis entitled Contesting the Divine Right, Research Methodologies in Anthropological and Theological Studies of Santa Damian. And then scanning down, you see that a Mr. Astor Blackwood has requested that Toki publishes his work, so that the above mentioned Mr. Astor Blackwood is able to cite this in his current research. And it is
He
a
could
form
actually-
that you are able to sign to co-publish this work with the aforementioned Mr. Astor Blackwood.
And the aforementioned Mr. Astor Blackwood can absolutely get fucked.
What does Toki
there
look
any-
like as we sit there?
I think it's like indignation and outrage. I think
Is perk even higher?
does it say anything else, or is it literally just like an official?
It's official. It is formal request, not personal. It has come through official university channels, sort of University of Santanto Press type channels.
Mhm, yeah. And it doesn't say. Does it say like other information, like in like what? I guess it says so that he can cite it, but like in what form it's going to be published. I'm
Yeah.
going to be paid. The like details.
It says that it says that it doesn't mention payment, so you imagine there is none. It is going to be published like by the university on your behalf,
Mhm.
as like a research paper, just in sort of an academic journal like the Anthropological or Hagiographical, probably Anthropological, University of Santanto journal.
And is there a date on it?
It was submitted. I've just written the month. I've just written Vernus, but I'll say 10 to 15 days ago, start of the month.
Okay, so it's fairly recent. Does it say? Is there a time frame for when I need to return it?
There isn't, but there is it says that they would like to publish it in the upcoming journal, and let's say that's published quarterly.
Mhm.
And this would be published in like the midsummer, so like it would be Rackers Daggers. Yeah, the start of the second month of the season, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's when they want to publish it. So it's sort of a please get this back to us as soon as possible.
Yeah.
And the way it's worded, you can tell they aren't approaching you being like, hey, we heard you wrote this thing, would you be interested? They're like, just sign this and we'll publish it. Like, it's been sorted.
Yeah, of course it has. And is it like I have to sign it and send it off, or is it like a magical I just sign it and it's
I think it's sign and send off. Yeah.
it's like a digi-sign? Okay, send
Yeah,
back.
it's not DigiSign. Yeah, no.
Okay.
I think there's even a sort of thing where it's like, please return to this address, like assuming that you live and work and study in Santanto, so just give it into the office. Obviously, you do not live, work, and study in Santanto.
I do none of those things,
Famously.
right? Toki will tuck that away at the bottom of his bag.
Classic.
Day.
Wraith watches from the other side of the table, but is like, "You are not in the space to press after this afternoon."
Oh, no.
Everything okay? Your ears are standing straighter than normal, which is usually a sign that you're pissed off.
Wraith has book on the body language of bunnies.
I'm glad you've picked up on it so well. Toki will pull it back out of his bag and sort of slam it quite hard down on the table and just be like, I mean, what the fuck? Like, haven't seen the man or heard from him in 6 months. Longer? I can't do maths right now. Yeah, like 6 months, and this is... I know he just wants me to sign some stupid thing so he can cite it in his stupid research that he stole from me.
He wants you to make a deal. At which point I lean closer to.
It's not a deal, it's just a... I don't know. Some stupid project we worked on at the end of term. And I guess he's... I mean, if I approached them and I tried to get it published, I'm sure there'd be all sorts of hoops to jump through, but I'm sure he just asked and they all fell over to do it for him.
Were you proud of the work?
Yeah, I was proud of the work.
And is the not wanting to, if someone asked you to get it published in general, or is it the Asta nature that rankles you?
Well, we did it together, so... You think I'm just being petty? You think I should do it?
I don't think you should necessarily do it. It's a big thing to sign your name to something, but that's what you were working towards, was it not?
Yeah, but my own work, I don't want my name tied to his. And no one's even going to look at my name. Everyone will just assume it's his. His name comes first.
Would it indebt him to you doing this for him?
And you note on the proof copies as you flick through, your name is listed first.
I don't know that it would indebt him to me. It feels more like him winning. Like, if I just sign it and he gets to profit off of my ideas, like he always wanted, then I mean, we didn't exactly part on good terms, and it just seems like all of that is forgiven, done, and he just gets to go on with his precious funding and his research, and he gets to make a name for himself, and I'm just the man who had one publication before he got kicked off of the other one, and I'll gesture to like the P45.
Your story does not end with you leaving university. Who's to say that you won't publish more?
I could have died in those tunnels yesterday, and it absolutely would have ended with me leaving
And
university.
you didn't. And look, you nearly had a fully published paper about the events of that day, but thankfully, we don't. But now you can put in your own words in your future memoir. Toki's travels of trepidation. Toki's travels tailing the saints.
Well, just one saint.
Toki's travels put down. TTPD.
Think on it.
He's just had so much of what I wanted. I don't want him to have anything else.
Would he not push you further if you don't?
What do you mean?
Say you don't sign it and you make his life difficult. Is he not the kind of person that would then push back at that? His life being made difficult and throw a bit of a hissy fit about it?
I'm sure he would, but he doesn't know where to find me. I mean, he sent this to Sintanto. There's a world where, you know, if I hadn't have triggered that trap, I wouldn't even have been in Sintanto. I never would have had to see this. It would just go unanswered. We can just pretend that happened.
You're the one that told us about the postal service being able to find people to send letters to them. Surely Asas has the means to do and send those.
Yeah, but so,
I don't know, Docky. Man seems a bit obsessed with you.
he's not obsessed with me. He's obsessed with getting everything I have, and he's already done that. I mean, probably he'll just, I don't know, take a couple of bits out, pretend that he wrote the rest, take all the credit.
I'm aware of time, but I do want
Yeah.
to insight check Toki
Mhm.
on the vibe Toki's giving out, because I know it's very hurt and jealous a bit at this point, but I want a deeper read.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm aware of time as well. Just to
Yeah.
communicate that to everybody.
It's not as good as normal. It's a 16.
Okay, what specifically are you insight checking / looking for?
He's not obsessed with me, and I know Toki doesn't think he is, but is that actually thinking about it moment? Is there any flickers of realization or bigger picture? Is it reading? Is Toki giving the vibes of ouch, hurt, past the insult of it all?
I'd only just put her out.
So I think in terms of, I think when Toki's like, he's not obsessed with you, he just wants everything. He just wants me to not have everything I want, or like he wants to take everything from me. I mean, I guess that in itself is kind of like you could be like, well, that sounds pretty obsessed, but I don't think that's not the angle that took. I think
Yeah.
Toki's being very truthful when he's like, he just doesn't want me to have things. And yeah, I think Toki is hurt. I think it is and you do know Toki is quite a sort of knee-jerk, petty person sometimes. So I think there is that sense of like his immediate reaction is to be like, well, absolutely fuck this. But I think I think he's also being quite genuine when he's saying like, I don't really want to have our names tied together or give him something else of mine that feels like the last thing of his.
Yeah.
That he could hold out on.
And don't give him your health. Don't give him your name. Don't sign the paper.
Yeah.
I feel like I watched the morals play out across Toki's face. You're like, but there's an academic research that's being put at stake, but it's his academic research, and it's mine.
I think there's curiosity from Toki. I mean, I'm sure it's nonsense, but I guess a part of me is curious to see what he wants to do with it, but I don't know that I'm curious to let him have this.
Or you could always write and ask. Send a postcard.
We're not exactly on postcard time.
Maybe not. And my eyes flicker down to the top of the table, but to where if the table was glass, you would see that it flickers down to where I know Toki's bag sits by his feet.
Mm.
But it's a blink and it's gone.
Okay, we'll take the paper back from Wraith and shove it deep inside that bag.
Amazing. And with Toki doing that, we will leave it there. But yeah, thank you very much, everybody. That was fun. We're not playing next week, but we're back the week after. But has anyone got session titles?
I believe I'd written 2. Oh yeah. I had I stuffed his ravioli all night long.
Yeah.
Always a lord, never a duke, and I had a third one, which is you've been very helpful and simultaneously very disappointing.
I like the last one.
Very
I feel like
helpful.
that sums up
very
most of the
disappointing.
NPCs.
Yeah.
Nice, I'm simultaneously very helpful, very disappointed. I love it. Amazing. Fantastic. Well, thank you very much, everybody.